own behaviour.
I can't believe it. She's back again. She's back again. Look at her.
That are now being investigated by the police.
This is Channel 4.
Is he sorry for that? His own behaviour.
So look, Sue Gray has produced a report, and in that report she says no conclusions should be drawn. What has happened is that some of those issues, and you will have the list, have been referred to some of those parties. I mean, you know, when I'm not sure I call them parties, but
or is he apologising for other people's behaviour?
I think he's apologising for the position that we're in at the moment. And, you know, he's been the most effective Prime Minister.
The question is it okay for a Prime Minister to have parties that he attended, including his own birthday, being investigated by the police?
Chris, they weren't parties.
Well, gatherings,
I don't believe they were parties.
They don't have to have been parties.
And, you know, the Prime Minister walked into a meeting and people sang hammer. I'm not going to go into the details of this.
He could be issued with a fixed penalty. Couldn't he?
Well, shall we wait and see what the Met say?
If he is issued with a fixed penalty, he couldn't possibly survive.
Let's wait and see what the Met say.
One of the things the Prime Minister
So presumably she was as one of those parties.
Basically untrue, and clearly untrue, was his allegation that Keir Starmer was responsible for not prosecuting Jimmy Savile. How can you have a Prime Minister just repeating fake news like that?
Well, I have no idea the background of Keir Starmer, and I know
it's
that
not true, and the Prime Minister repeated it. It's an old meme that's just repeated by...
Well, you know, there were things that Keir Starmer
theorists.
said that someone who was the former Director of Public Prosecutions shouldn't have said at the dispatch box.
He didn't say anything that wasn't true.
He shouldn't have prejudged what a Met investigation was going to
He didn't say anything that was untrue.
Well,
Boris Johnson said something that was untrue.
He said things
he
that were
misled the House
inappropriate.
today.
I don't believe that's the case.
Well, it is what you're saying that Keir Starmer was responsible.
I don't know the details.
Well, that's what the Prime Minister said.
But I haven't heard
he
your
shouldn't
word
have
for
said it, should he?
Well, I think there are lots of things that Keir Starmer shouldn't have said.
Well, there are clearly things that he said that aren't true.
The Prime Minister.
Now, whether they were deliberate lies or not has yet to be established. But he's clearly said things to the House that were not true.
The Prime Minister tells the truth.
The Met have revealed that they've got 300 images relating to these parties. Does that worry you?
No, not at all. I think the more information that they have, the better their investigation will be.
And what about the parties in the flat, or the gatherings in the flat that are being investigated?
I don't know anything of any gatherings, so I can't really comment.
Don't you think it's odd that the Prime Minister wouldn't...
Then why are you putting yourself up again and again for interviews, Nadine?
Well, as I've said numerous times, no one can say
many times
in an ongoing investigation because it could be prejudiced.
No, I mean, saying whether you were in your flat or not does not prejudice an inquiry.
No, I'm afraid the Prime Minister is bound by the same constraints that we all are. Until the Met investigation is concluded, we can't say anything.
I mean, the truth is you would support him no matter what, wouldn't you? I mean, there are no circumstances under which you would say enough's enough.
Do you want to ask me a serious question?
Well, are there? I mean, you know, what would it take?
Look, I'm not going to, I'm not going to talk about hypothetical conclusions from the future. I'm going to wait for the Met to finish their investigation, and then let's talk again.
Nadine Dorries, thank you very much indeed. I look forward to it.
Well, the former Scottish...
Yeah, well, I can definitely ask Nadine Dorries a serious question. When are you actually going to reply to my letter, which I remember very clearly sending in September? Come on, Nadine Dorries, stop doing all these ridiculous interviews when you know you've actually got nothing to say, and you know you're on very shaky territory. Stop it. Stop it, it's silly, and it's tiresome.